I'm always goaded at this juncture.
I'm just digging the vibe of the show, Molly.
I'm goadless.
Oh, so you've got no goad. I didn't bring a goad with me today.
You didn't even interject when I said I was killing frogs.
No, not
You're all right.
Oh, no, there we go. There we go.
I
Your
thought there
time's
was
up.
something wrong with you.
Your time's up,
You're all right,
Molly.
Iain Lee.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You okay?
Tired.
You're exuding a sense of. God, what's the sense I can feel?
I tell you what, I'm in a little bit of a panic mode. I've got nothing for today's show.
That's what I'm sensing.
Yeah, there's literally nothing.
Panic.
The vibe is not. It's not even panic. It's just like a
Flat.
a resignation
Flatlining.
of. I've got to sit here for 2 hours. Yeah. Well, that could be on the cards. The way things are going so far.
Good luck.
Cheers, my dears.
Thank you.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you ever so much for your company. Here's beautiful Iain Lee.
Oh, God. By beautiful, she means tired, old and grey. But may God bless you, Molly. Lots coming up, I guess. I mean, I've literally got no idea. 03453 009956. Let's get the news. Here's Philip Chum.
A safer test for Down syndrome that reduces the risk of miscarriage could soon be available on the NHS. It's hoped the test will reduce the need for amniocentesis, during which a needle is inserted into the womb, by 80%. Lucy Jenkins is from Great Ormond Street, where the test was developed.
We know that there's a small amount of the baby's DNA actually circulating in the mother's bloodstream. So by taking just a blood sample from the mother, we can detect the baby's DNA, and what we're actually looking for is a slightly increased amount of chromosome 21, and it's an extra chromosome 21 that causes Down syndrome.
David Cameron will urge world leaders at the G7 summit of the largest economies opening tomorrow in Germany to do more to tackle corruption. Mr Cameron will hold up world football's governing body FIFA as an example of what can be achieved if a spotlight is shone on corrupt practices. The World Bank estimates that corruption adds 10% to business costs and hurts developing economies the most. Extra layers of safety measures are being added to existing rides at Alton Towers in Staffordshire, according to bosses there. It's after a crash on the Smiler ride on Tuesday, which left 16 people injured. The site's shut for a fourth day today. An investigation by the Health and Safety Executive is continuing. Nick Varney, the chief executive of Alton Towers owners Merlin Entertainment, says the extra safety is just a precaution.
What we're trying to do in the meantime is make sure that we've taken every conceivable step, including adding new layers on top of really robust existing layers to just make sure that we can guarantee that ride safety to people.
A 24-year-old man is being questioned by police after a woman died during a disturbance at an address in Marston Green yesterday afternoon. Police were called to a property just after 1:20, and officers found a woman seriously hurt on the floor and a man who was also injured. The woman in her late 60s and a 38-year-old man were taken to hospital, but the woman died. A Chinese government spokesman has said almost 400 people are now known to have died when a ferry capsized on the Yangtze River on Monday. The number has risen dramatically after emergency officials were able to search the cabins of the Eastern Star. The UKIP leader Nigel Farage will attend his first post-election party conference today, bringing a message that delegates have no time to waste in campaigning for a withdrawal from the European Union. He'll tell the South East Regional Conference that his party should not wait for details of David Cameron's promised reforms before starting their fight against membership.
The last time we had a European election, we got 28% of the vote, which suggests that UKIP can actually bring over half the votes that are needed for us to win this referendum. What I want to see are people who've been Tory and Labour veteran Eurosceptics standing up and saying that Mr Cameron is simply not asking for enough and that they should be joining forces with us and others to get this campaign going.
And the weather fine and dry with plenty of sunshine and a fresh breeze. Highs of 18 Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit. This evening staying dry with clear skies. Chilly in rural places though. Lows of 6 Celsius, 43 Fahrenheit. That's your news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 4 minutes past 10.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Morning, guys. So, I mean, really, it's, gosh, I find myself in the unusual predicament of, I've got nothing to say to you for 2 hours, got literally nothing to say. We'll stumble through it. Oh, at 11, we'll have the second instalment of iPod Roulette. We've got a celebrity pop star coming on as the judge. There were cries last week of foul, cheat, and BBC left-wing bias. So we've got one of Britain's greatest pop stars is coming on to be the judge. It's the bloke from Musical Youth. Yeah, which I'm looking forward to. Apart from that, I mean, the papers offer nothing to us today. I don't even know. Did they even bother printing stuff? I think that today's papers were written by the work experience. The front page of The Sun is, well, let me get it for you. Hang on. It's made up. The front page of The Sun is what can only be described as made up. And I'm not speaking about Rita Ora going to the X Factor. What? I don't... The world's deadliest spider is on the loose. That's the front page of The Sun. Cops shut Aldi store. Terrified family evacuated from house because the world's deadliest spider is on the loose. I mean, How did this family know? Hang on a second. It finishes in a second. Don't worry. Just bear with me.
Hello?
Hello, Kimberly. How did this family know that this was the world's deadliest spider? If I saw... I mean, I don't like any spider, and I'm sorry to say this while Molly is still on the premises. Any spider comes near me, I'm sorry. It's the biggest book in the house, and my hand literally wrapped in toilet paper, like about 1, 2, 3, 4... But 8 rolls of toilet paper. Oh, I can't stand those things. They just disgust me. Ah! The world's deadliest... This is the front page of The Sun. This is how how lacking the newspapers are in anything. By the way, you can call up 03453 009956. We just had a power cut, did you? Exciting. It didn't last long enough for us to get the candles out. Mum, where are the candles? They're in the drawer. Where? Well, have a look. I can't. It's dark. I can't look. It's dark. You kids growing up now, anybody under the age of, let's say, 37, you've got no idea what a power cut is. I grew up in the 70s when we get power cuts every week and they last for hours. And do you know what we did? We lit candles and we talked about how much we missed the telly. That's what we talked about. I love a good power cut. Oh, I love a good power cut. Good power cut and a good thunderstorm. That's what this country needs? No. Or is it a war? One of those things. 03453 009956 is the telephone number. The world's deadliest spider. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. What are you doing? Well, you have to speak. You're on the radio.
Phone lines.
Yes?
Playing up.
Oh, blimey. We're in phone box. Reconnect. Oh, blimey. So this could be... what you're going to hear, dear listeners, if we can't put phone calls through, for the next 2 hours, you're going to hear a middle-aged man who's had a very lousy week, basically falling apart at the seams. I mean, it kind of... That's what the show is every week.
Thankfully, it's working. And look...
Oh, hang on a minute. You say it's working, but then this plum calls it... Yes, Ranjit.
How you doing?
Oh, well, thanks for proving that the phones work, Ranj.
Yeah, that's all I phoned you for.
Thank you very much indeed. Paul's in Sutton Coldfield. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, how are you? What are you talking about today?
Oh, good morning. How are you? What are you talking about today? Right, first of all...
Well, not at the moment.
No gap.
I just found out there's 22,000 properties gone out.
How did you find that out, Paul? Did you run around and count them all?
No, I rang up the Western distributor because we're on priority because my mother is ill because she's not very well, my mother isn't.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul.
How been well for years.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Our first thing I found out, the stair lift was making some strange bleeping noises, and because she's downstairs at the moment, she had a stroke in 2000.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. She didn't get stuck on the stair lift, did she?
No, I've had to cover her over with a blanket. She's in the chair at the moment.
She's very lucky. My mother got stuck. She used to have a stair lift when she lived at home. She got stuck on the stair lift one night. And she couldn't get up. She had to sleep on the stair lift.
What isn't there a battery backup in these mobiles?
No, this stair lift was installed by Dodge Pots R Us. And, the trouble we had with that blooming stair lift. And I went by coincidence, went round and found her stuck on the stair lift, and I managed to get her down.
Oh.
I phoned up the company and said, you've installed this stair lift 3 months ago. My mother spent the night on it. What time are you going to send someone? This was on a Tuesday. What time are you going to send someone round to fix it? They said Friday. I said, hang on a second. You've just installed this stair lift. It don't work. What's she supposed to do for the next 3 days?
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Well, you look after your mother.
Yeah, but enjoy your show.
Well.
Weather's gone a bit cloudy here.
Yeah.
But there's a lady who actually got me my mother's special hospital bed because she had a stroke in 2009.
You mentioned, how is Mum doing today? Stroke and everything to one side. Is she all right?
Well, I've wrapped her up because she's not very well. Back on the 7th of May, she had a horrific nosebleed, and I pulled the emergency call because I've got one myself.
Blimey, and horrific nosebleed?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It was terrible now. And then on the Saturday, she had not one, but that was on the 9th of May. On the 9th of May, Saturday, she had not one nosebleed, but 5. And I'd like to thank the crew of West Midlands Fire Ambulance Service and...
Hang on, did you call the ambulance service because your mum had a nosebleed?
Yes, because it was terrible.
But why would you call the ambulance? The fire brigade, did you call, or the ambulance?
Not the fire. I'm in the ambulance.
Right, yeah, that makes more sense.
And now this. When the second crew turned up...
Only here till 12.
Yes, she had the second crew turned up.
Yes.
We got in an ambulance. Guess where they took us?
Hospital?
Yeah, but which one?
I've got no idea.
It wasn't No Hope in Sutton Coldfield. Borsley Green.
Well, Paul, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and let's hope Mum has no more nosebleeds.
Yeah, and enjoy your show, and say hello to your family as well.
Ta-ta. Well, Paul has given me 2 great phone-ins. Thank you, Paul. Fingers crossed Mum's okay. No more nose... I've never had a nosebleed. So, two topics for today's show, all thanks to Paul. First one is your nosebleed stories, please. 03453 009956. Your nosebleed stories. You're not supposed to tip your head back because the blood goes into your lungs and you drown. Your nosebleed stories, please. And how's your mum? 03453 009956. How's your mum? Could be the greatest phone-in we've ever done on this station, guys. 03453 009956.
Stop
Morning, guys. So, nosebleed stories, power cut stories, deadly spider stories, and how's your mum? 03453 009956.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel. Here's Lisanne.
Thank you very much. It's looking slow for the M6 southbound now. It's very heavy from 10 through to 8, so that's the Wolverhampton to M5 stretch. It always does get busy with the roadworks slowing you down there and the queues to join the M5 backing onto the M6, and that's what's building up now. Routes into the city from the south are looking quite heavy now from Solihull, Shirley and Hollywood, all looking quite busy. Kings Heath High Street still looking slow going. If you're heading out onto the trains though, a better story here, no delays or disruptions, but if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Your WM. 10 weeks, 10 towns across the summer.
Because people are friendly, and if I'm walking along the road, they'll actually smile and say hello.
With outside broadcasts, live discussions and special events.
It's a nice area, very pleasant.
Starting this Monday, BBC WM 95.6 and the Adrian Goldberg Breakfast Show is live in Sutton Coldfield.
Full of characters, well worth a visit.
We want to hear about the stories that matter to you. Your WM. Starting this Monday in Sutton Coldfield.
Well, I think the stories that matter today are, how's your mum? Morning, Ruby.
Hi.
How are you, Ruby?
I'm good, thank you.
What you got planned for today?
I think my brother's doing like a sports day for Cubs, and then we're having a barbecue later.
Hang on a minute. I'm confused by the weather. When is the thunderbolt and lightning happening?
I'm not sure. It seems pretty sunny.
The weather.
But it's got cloudy skies.
Thank you. Because when I looked out of my window this morning, bright sunshine. 20 minutes later, when I went downstairs and went outside, it was a little bit chilly. It was a little bit chilly, Ruby. What sports is your brother doing in the Cubs Sports Day?
I think he's doing a sack race and relay race.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know people still did the sack race. Do they still do the three-legged race?
I think some do. I'm not sure whether they're doing that at his sports day.
Okay, well, it's good to know that some of the great... When did they drop the sack race from the Olympics? Because it was in it, I think, in the 40s and the 50s, maybe the 60s. Anyway, Ruby, what have you called in for?
I wanted to talk about my mum.
How's your mum?
She's good, but she listens to you every week, and I've tried to persuade her to call in, but she never does.
What's her beef? What's her problem, Ruby? Why is she so scared to call in?
I don't know. I think she likes listening to other people.
Oh, hang on a second.
Hello.
Hello, Kimberly. Now, so you've called in. Is she there with you?
She's upstairs, yeah.
Oh, come on, Ruby. Ruby's mum? Oh, dear. I tell you what, Ruby. We can make your mum come downstairs. And I'll tell you how we're going to do this, right? You're going to start telling me a really embarrassing story about your mum, right? Something that she wouldn't want anyone... Yeah, that's right, Ruby's mum. We're going to do it. Well, you start telling me a really awkward, awful, embarrassing story about your mum that she doesn't want anybody to know, and you will hear her run down the stairs.
I can hear her now.
Here she comes. Here she comes. What's mum's name?
George.
Hang on. That's a boy's name.
Well, Georgina, but...
Okay, start telling the story. Start telling the story about her.
Well, when she was younger, she drove past... she drove past...
Go on.
She drove past, like, McCall's on the corner of a road near her house.
Yeah.
And she wasn't looking where she was going, and she crashed into a lamppost and was a bit delirious.
George, you crashed into a lamppost outside McCall's! Is she prepared to take the phone off your hands yet? Come on, George.
I think so.
Come on, George. Come on, Mum.
Hello?
Unbelievable. You crashed into a lamppost outside McCall's because you weren't paying attention, George?
It happens.
Doesn't it? By the way, my team are phoning up social services to report you... Poor Ruby!
Ruby's more grown up than I am.
I know she is, George! How are you, Mum?
I'm fine for Saturday. Thank you, Ian.
Okay. Why are you so nervous about calling?
I'm shy.
Oh, no, don't be shy. Don't be shy. You know it's a load of old nonsense, this rubbish.
Well, that's why I love it.
No, I'm trying to think. The thing is, I'm so glad you've called, George, or Ruby called, because there is literally nothing in the papers, OK? So I'm going to fire off the 3 questions I've got and see if you've got anything to say to them, OK? First of all, ever had a nosebleed?
Yeah.
When?
Long time ago.
Thanks very much. I've never had one. What does it feel like?
Drippy.
and I'm biting my tongue. The most exciting power cut you've ever been in?
There's not any such thing as an exciting power cut.
You've never...
There was one in Aldi.
Hang on a second. You've gone from not being in an exciting power cut. You've been in one in a shop. I've never been in a power cut in a shop. What was it like?
Oh, I got to the... do you really want to know?
I do.
got to the till.
Yes.
And I had all my shopping on the till, and then there was a power cut.
And I think legally you get it free, don't you?
Oh, you didn't.
Oh. Is it true that... You'll know this because you're a mum. Is it true that if you have your baby in Marks and Spencer's, they give you £100 worth of Marks and Spencer's vouchers?
I haven't done that, so I don't know.
And have you ever come across a deadly spider?
No.
Well, there you
I
go.
haven't.
I tell you what I'm going to do, George, because I like you. I don't do this. We only normally do this for the winner of iPod Roulette, which will be in an hour's time. I'm going to let you pick a song. What song would you like?
But you won't play it.
No, for goodness sakes, I've got... Listen, this is my song computer is in front of me. I'm going to queue it up. What song would you like?
AC/DC.
AC.
Highway to Hell.
DC, Highway to Hell. Hang on. Then what we do is we click it
It's going to be the Monkeys, Ian. You know it's going to be the Monkeys.
We drag it...
It's going to be the Who.
We drag it down. Why?
Play the Who. Play the Who. I like the Who.
All right, what do you want? AC/DC or the Who?
The Who.
OK, right. Which Who song do you want? Blimey, mums are so difficult. Yes, the Who. Which one?
I can't believe she actually phoned you up. Don't get fooled again. Or won't get fooled again?
Won't get fooled again. Right, go on, let me drag it over. Right, you going to introduce it?
Do you want me to?
Yes, I do. What? Blimey, why has she been so... Yes, please, Mum. Would you introduce the song for me?
This is The Who. Is it? With... Is it don't or won't?
Oh, blimey.
Won't get fooled again.
Not a chance, Georgie. You've been a very good sport. Have a nice day with you and Ruby and the boy at the Cubs.
Yourself.
Ta-ta. 03453 009956. Finn, stay there. Today we're asking, how's your mum?
I don't know what's gonna happen to you, baby, but I do know that I love you. You walk around this town with your head all up in the sky, and I do know that I want you. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. You tease me with your loving, doubly hard to get, 'cause I do know that I want you. You walk around this town with your head on up in the sky, and you do know that I want you. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Something to get closer to your soul, and you do know that I want you. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. so. And you do know that I want you. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground.
Morning. Is it true? I've been told this all my life. If you have a baby in Marks and Spencer's, they give you £100 worth of Marks and Spencer vouchers. Is that true? Because if it is, why don't you see more pregnant women, like really heavily pregnant women, just, you know, kind of loitering about there, eating a samosa and doing other things that bring on early birth? Why early birth? There's a phrase. 03453 009956. Morning, Finn.
Morning, Ian.
How's your mum?
She's all right.
Yeah. What's your mum got planned for today? Shopping?
No, work.
Oh, is she working today?
Yeah.
Oh, flipping it. So what are you going to do then?
Stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got no plans? You're not going to go out with your mates? You're not going to go and terrorise some elderly
Not
people?
really.
No?
No.
Shoplifting?
Who do you think I...
Sorry, Finn?
Who do you think I am, Ian?
I think you're a young person, Finn, and I've read what you young people get up to in the Daily Mail. So, Mum's working today. She gone to work already?
We're on the way.
Oh, OK. So where do you go when she goes to work?
I don't know, really.
Oh, blimey. You just hang out and stuff, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, man, to be 10... Now, you're 10 years old, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know how old I am?
No.
Have a guess.
40?
Ooh, hey, I like you. I'm 41. Now, 41, I'm trying to remember being 10, and I can vaguely remember it. 41 must seem like absolutely ancient to you.
No.
No, hey, I like Finn. Finn can come in. How old's your mum, Finn?
39.
39, eh? 39. Has she ever had a nosebleed?
Have you ever had a nosebleed? No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I do have some. Well, I do have something to tell you about my mum anyway.
Is it embarrassing?
Well,
Dish the dirt.
It's about a few days ago.
Yeah, go on, Finn.
And it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
We were sitting outside, having some food.
Beautiful.
Calm. I see the cat's on the window ledge, and I'm like, oh.
The cat's on the window ledge?
Yeah, but that's not it.
Oh.
No. Right. So the cat slips, puts its claws out, scratches my mum's face and blood.
No.
There we go.
Oh, no. Has she still got the scratches on her face?
Yes.
Oh, you said that, yes, Finn, with almost with pleasure.
No.
No? What happened to the cat? Did she
I
give
said it with confidence.
Oh, man, don't be too confident. You're going to come and get my job one day. I need this gig, Finn. Did your mum, my mum would have given my cat a boot up the bum. Did she do that?
No.
What did she do?
Nothing. Just went upstairs.
Hey, listen, what do you... Finn,
Yeah.
can we talk man to man?
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you get older?
A big amount of things, but an architect is a good thing.
An architect is an excellent thing, and your mum must be rubbing her hands with glee because architects make bucket loads of money. Ka-ching, indeed. Well done, Mum. Well done. As long as you make a load of money, you can look after me when I'm older. I don't mind. Why an architect, Finn? Because it's quite hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have got a pretty creative mind, and I like to let it go, really.
Hey, let it go, as the film. Listen, Finn, I'm struggling a bit today. I've got nothing. I'm a spent force. I'm a has-been. I'm washed up on the shore of mediocrity today, Finn. What can I do to turn this show... It's been good so far. We've had some cracking calls. What can I do, though, Finn, to turn this show around? Tap into your creativity, Finn. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, Finn.
Be a dancer.
Thanks for calling, Finn.
Okay.
Have a good day. Ta-ta, Mum. She'll be sorted, Sam, won't she? Hello, Sam.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Sam. Finn's mum. What? Finn's.
Shut up at me.
No, can you hear? I thought we were going to have a conversation, Sam.
We are, but let me talk for a change instead of you butting in all the time.
I'm talking about.
You said you'd never had a nosebleed. If I was at the side of you now, I'd give you the nosebleed.
Oh, what a pleasant gentleman threatening to hit me. Thank you, Sam.
I'm actually asking that lad if he's doing shoplifting.
Oh, Sam, get it.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Thank you very much for calling, Sam. Is he still going on? He's still going on. Okay. 03453 009956. He's still going on. I'm here, Sam. You won't be for much longer. No, he won't. Okay. 03453. It comes to something when our 10-year-old callers are more intelligent than our adult callers. Sam, are you prepared? Sam, are you prepared to... Sam.
You don't like
I don't...
when somebody has a go at you, do you?
I don't like threats of violence, Sam. No, I think that's unnecessary. Do you want to have a conversation? Do you want to have a conversation or not?
No.
Okay. I love it when people have a go at me. I don't like threats of violence. Strangely, I find that a little bit unnecessary. One more chance, Sam. Do you want to have a chat or not?
No.
Okay. Bye. He's not learning how to hang the phone up yet, is he? Sam? 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 OK, well, he's not learnt how to hang the phone up yet. I'll help him by pressing that button and that button. There we go. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Anyway, back to the world's deadliest spider. How do you know it's the world's... By the way, we're asking how's your mum today? And we're hoping that people with a sense of humour call up. I mean, that's all I ask. And yeah, you can have a phone up and have a go. I love it when people phone up and have a go. Don't threaten me with violence, though, for goodness sakes. It's just a radio show. The world's deadliest spider is on the loose. Now, there's an interesting word in this story that implies it's made up. The world's deadliest spider is feared to be on the loose in Britain. The feared means, oh, right, so it's made up. A nest thought to be that of the 6-inch Brazilian wandering spider was spotted in a bunch of Aldi bananas. Dun, dun, dun! 6-inch spider. What's that? That's that. Blimey. Customer Keith Hobbs evacuated his family from their home in Nuneaton. As cops closed the store, he said, "We're terrified." OK, right. Hang on a minute. Why did he evacuate their home? Full story page... Oh, no! The full story, page 5, features a picture of a family of 6. And they're pulling the fakest, terrified face of all time. Nick, they're doing that thing where they stand there with their hands up against their mouths looking scared. Nick?
What do you want me to say?
Well, are you going to threaten to punch me in the nose?
I can't believe that bloke.
Don't worry about Sam. Don't worry about Sam. People...
Tell him to come and see me.
No. Guys,
threatening my man. You know what I mean?
No, listen, guys. This is a show. This is a show of love and peace and harmony, man. There's vibes. There's vibes in the. Yeah. There's no violence. No violence, guys. We can sort this out.
I'll be next to you anyway. Don't worry about that. Mate.
I'm not worried about anything.
TGIILS.
Sorry.
TGIILS.
Thank God it's Iain Lee Saturday.
Correct, Mundo.
A shaken dad told last night how he grabbed the kids and ran after experts said a nest in a bunch of Aldi bananas... This is a serious story. It's the front page of Britain's biggest selling newspaper. Belonged to the world's deadliest spider. Keith Hobbs and his wife Laura alerted wildlife specialists after discovering the cocoon in the newly bought fruit at their home. These spiders can grow legs up to 6 inches long and kill. deputy head teacher. So he's a bright bloke, this fella, Nick.
Yeah.
Deputy head teacher Keith said, as soon as we knew what they were, we just grabbed the kids who were in their pyjamas and ran out of the house. We've spent the night in a hotel. It's terrifying. It's like a bad dream.
You wonder how these people go through life. You know the salamander one, the lizard one yesterday in the tomatoes.
Oh, yes. Makes
What
it
a great
crunchy.
deal, do you know what I mean?
Makes it crunchier.
Exactly.
Protein.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You want to hear about nosebleeds
Yeah,
or
go on.
not?
Go on, Nick. Yeah, go on.
Well, my dad was a bit of a psycho, and we used to have a big bonfire, and everyone come round on bonfire night. And I was only young, about 10-ish, 9, and he threw a jack-in-the-box at me because he used to throw the fireworks around and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the old days. People used to do that.
That was normal.
Yeah, that was normal behaviour, and we don't condone it. Isn't the world better because we don't do that anymore?
Well, I'll go off that a touch, but the one bonfire night, the box set fire and the lot went.
Nick, can you say the knight's name again?
The knight's name?
No, the knight's name.
Oh, bonfire night.
Are you saying bumfire?
Bonfire. Bonfire.
You're saying bumfire.
Bonfire.
You're saying bumfire.
Bonfire night.
It's bonfire night. Scott Bonfire night.
As in Bon Voyage.
As in Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi fire. It's Bon, not bum. Bumfire.
But do you want to
night.
hear about me nosebleed or not?
I don't know. Are you ever going to get to it?
He threw the jack-in-the-box at me.
Yes.
And I turned round to run.
Yes.
And I ran straight into a breakdown hook. You know, the old, what they used to just pick the cars up with a big hook.
That's going to hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah. And it bled. It just blows like a tap for 2 hours.
Don't tip your head.
It then.
Don't tip your head back. You'll drown on the blood.
Yeah. And in those days, people laughed when you had a nosebleed. It was just funny.
Nowadays, everyone you get a month off work.
Yeah, there's a big panic.
You get an MBE. Hey, speaking of MBEs, how has this happened? Right? You know the latest person to get a knighthood?
Yeah, I do, but I can't recall. It's some idiot that don't deserve it.
It's Prince Harry.
That's it, yeah.
Prince Harry's got a knighthood.
He's going to be Prince. MBE, Prince Harry.
He's Sir Prince Harry now, isn't he?
Yeah, Sir and MBE,
Sir,
MBO.
How many?
OBE.
How much more special than me is he, Sir Prince Harry? BO. I mean,
I want to know how many letters he wants.
Oh, it's incredible. And also, it's his nan that's dished it out. So, you know, my nan used to make...
Pals Act.
Sorry?
It's the Pals Act.
It is the Pals Act. My nan used to give me pies and a $5 in my birthday cards, and that was it. She's given him a knighthood.
And a palace.
and a palace. Thank you, Nick. Andy, speak to you in a bit. It's one of them shows. Come on, guys. Peace and love. Peace and love. 03453 009956 81333. Start your text WM. Don't email. The computers are broken. I don't know. It's only the BBC. What do you expect? How's your mum? Bloody noses. I'm not swearing. And your power cut stories. iPod roulette coming up later.
Hello.
In the morning, don't say you love me, 'cause I'll only kick you out of the door. I know your name is Rita, 'cause your perfume is smelling sweet since when I saw you down on the floor. Guitar,
I'll smack his bottom. Woof woof. Fire. I oop. That's disgusting.
Oh, man alive. You forget that Rod Stewart used to be good, you know, you forget that. He used to rock. Yes. Blimey. Andy, Rachel, stay there. I will come to you in a bit. We're talking nosebleeds, power cuts, deadly spiders, and how's your mum? How's your mum? This is... I've never had a nosebleed. Never had a nosebleed, never broken a bone. Oh, Rachel's gone. We'll get her back later. Don't worry. We'll get her after the travel. Never had a nosebleed, never broken a bone. They fascinate me. Iain, says Pat, my husband had a nosebleed a year ago to this very day. An ambulance took him to the Sandwell Hospital. This is the second nosebleed that's required ambulance treatment. I'm guessing they can be more serious than I thought then. Then transferred to City Hospital, where he was in for a week. A week! It took 36 hours for the nosebleed to stop. Flipping heck! I hope he's all right now, Pat. I didn't know they could be quite so terrifying. 03453 009956. Andy, stay there. Rachel, we'll get you back in a bit.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel. Here's Lisanne.
Thank you very much. Well, we've had reports of a power cut affecting a large proportion of the city, and it's causing problems for the roads as traffic lights have been affected. One particular set that we do know about is in Great Bar, the A34, as you head towards the Scott Arms. But there may be other affected sets of traffic lights. We certainly know it is quite far-reaching, the power cut, so do take extra care and let us know if there are any particular problems that you're facing. The M6 is still slow, southbound junction 10 to 8. That's the Wolverhampton to M5 stretch where the roadworks cause delays for us. Also queuing for you on the M54 as you head westbound from junction 3 through to 4. There's roadworks here which could be causing a bit of delay for you. And there's a bit of congestion around the city centre now, so looking slow for the Bristol Road and if you're heading through Kings Heath on the High Street. Now, if you can update us with any further details of the effect of the power cut, do call us on 0330 123 3550.
Hello, Ed Doolan here.
Ed Doolan on a Sunday.
This Sunday, do join me for my archive interview with Honor Blackman.
I never dreamed of the world of theatre and didn't know that people earned a living being actors.
And Joan Rivers.
I love so much because we're really talking about things that you talk about in private. I think it's great that comedy can do this.
Lots of ups and downs in the career, Joan.
Lots of ups and downs, and this is probably one of the downs this show.
The best of Ed's big-name interviews from an archive spanning 4 decades.
Ed Doolan on a Sunday.
This Sunday, from noon on BBC WM 95.6.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Here's one of my favourite things, okay? And I love it, and I can't really explain why I love it. When I approach traffic lights, I won't like it when I'm trying to get out of the city today. When I approach traffic lights at a busy junction and the traffic lights are down. We could do... Right, let's do this, right? And I'm not expecting many calls on it because I don't know if I can explain it well enough, okay? What catchphrases do you have in your family? Let me try and explain. When I see that the traffic lights are down, I get excited and I shout at the top of my voice, "L'anarchie," which is very bad French for the anarchy. L'anarchie! That's my catchphrase for broken traffic lights. I'm going to put this out there, and I hope I've explained it well enough. What catchphrases do you have in your family that mean absolutely nothing to anybody else, but to you mean perfect sense? Whenever I see broken traffic lights, big or small, I approach l'anarchie. Andy's in Hales Owen. Good morning, Andy.
Hello, Ian.
Have you got any catchphrases in your family?
Maybe earlier on in the earlier years, but not so much.
Not so much now. Have you got a power cut? There's a power cut in King's Standing. It's been going on for an hour.
All right.
Yeah. The power's down, man. This is it. This is the end of days. It's Armageddon. Those guys are winning. I'm joking, by the way. It's not really Armageddon. Because there'll be some people listening, Andy, because the letters B, and indeed C are above my name, they take everything I say literally. It's not Armageddon, guys. It's a power cut. But it could be Armageddon.
They used to be bad in the 70s.
Didn't they just? Yeah. I remember them. They were fun.
Yeah.
They were fun. Mum would say, "Ian, go and get the candles." And you'd sit there, and the old-fashioned, none of those Ponzi-smelling candles, the long, kind of slightly off-white candles, could never find the candle holders, so they would always have to go in like a jam jar or something, light the candles, sit around, talk about what we were missing on the telly.
Yeah.
Ted
Heath was Prime Minister. I think he brought him down.
Yeah.
He put it to the country, and with all the power cuts, the miners' strikes, etc.
If any of
the firemen's strikes,
if any of the politicians had said, "If you vote for my party, we will bring back power cuts," if any of them had said that last month, they'd have got an X by their name from me, from yours truly. I love a good power cut.
Yeah.
Anyway, Andy, what you got for us?
Well, I was just a bit concerned. I'm only ringing up really, Ian, to apologise for that, not the previous caller, but the caller before him, I believe. How he came on the radio show and give you the bloody nose.
He's probably having a bad day, and listen, trust me, I've had a lot worse than that in my time. But it's very kind of you to apologise, but there's no need to.
Well, no, I listen to you every week, Ian. I've spoken to you a couple of times before.
Yeah.
I just think you're the best time. I mean, people ought to know you now. And by the way, it was so humorous earlier on to have them two kids on.
Hey, wasn't it? Listen, wasn't it nice? And I know the thing is, Andy. And by the way, kids are allowed to phone this show or Fridays 2 to 4 as long as you're not bunking off school. There will be people, and I know this. There will be people complaining that, what are they having kids on for? It's not a kids show. I love the fact, Andy, that young people feel they can call up a BBC local radio show and a talk show because
I think it's fantastic. I just think it's so humorous and it's so nice to hear that,
isn't it?
But my point is, if them children are still listening to the radio and heard that man earlier on threatening you with the bloody nose, you know what I mean?
Andy, listen, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate your call. I think we know who came over best. Listen, I don't want to make it a slangy match. That's not what this show is about. But let's be honest, right? A significant number of people view BBC local radio as it's dead boring. Oh, it's boring, man. It's for old people. And they're wrong. And if we can get younger people not only listening... I remember being a kid and being in the car with my mum and dad. Oh, turn this off, it's boring. If we can get young people, we've had a 10 and 11-year-old, not only listening, but phoning up and taking part, then I'm doing my job properly and the future is safe. And they've got a good sense of humour as well. 03453 009956. How's your mum? Wild Green's got a power cut, says Gail. And Simon said, catchphrases in your family. I know it's a tough one to explain that. Let's see where that goes. We'll get something on that. After 11, we're going to start taking your calls on iPod Roulette. We need one person to phone up and play iPod Roulette with a top celebrity judge. It's the bloke from Musical Youth on today. So we want one person to go against Dan, I think it was, who won last week. Was it Dan? Yes, why not? Why not? Good to see we're keeping files on this stuff. Simon has texted him. The sign the sun is out. Flipping cyclists everywhere at 8 a.m. this morning. 8 a.m. this morning, they was out in force. Clogging our roads up, slowing me up, riding three abreast in their stupid Lycra. What a horrid sight first thing on the morning. Tell you what, Ian, They're a lot to be grateful for when it rains. Oh, no. I'm not one of these... Yeah, OK, if they're riding three abreast, I find that a little bit, I find that a little bit annoying, but, what I'm learning to do, primarily for legal reasons, is to enjoy being slower, is to enjoy the fact that you're stuck behind a little bit of... Yeah, right, if you've got an idiot cyclist who's jumping through lights and going all over the place, well, then they're an idiot. But then you get the same thing with car drivers. I'm not anti-cyclist. I'm not one of those dudes. Rachel's on the line. Good morning, Rachel.
Morning.
Rachel, how's your mum?
She's absolutely fantastic.
What's Mum up to today?
She's taking the grandchildren to the zoo.
Oh, man alive. Listen, it's not the greatest of line, but just for those who missed it, Mum is taking the grandchildren to the zoo. It doesn't get any more traditional than that. That's brilliant.
And I can't be there because I'm spending the day with work.
Oh, man. Do you know what? Wouldn't it be great to be rich and jack all of this nonsense in and just go and hang out and do... How cool would it be to go to the zoo with the kids today?
I don't know. I'm one of those sort of people who very much enjoys my job. So.
What do you do, Rachel?
I'm a communications manager.
Hang on a minute. Communications manager. Does that mean you fix computers?
No.
You work on... You're a receptionist?
No.
I don't know what that means. What does it mean?
I'm an internal communications manager, so I work for a print company and I look after all the comms channels that we reach our employees by. So Employee Magazine, all of our leadership updates, everything like that.
Well, listen, we should be happy in our jobs. You're very blessed if that's the case, Rachel. Ever had a nosebleed?
I'm not, but I did cause my brother one.
Oh, go on, what happened?
When we were very young. My brother is an older brother, 6 years older than me, so as you can imagine, some sibling rivalry there.
Yeah.
When we were younger, he thought it would be amusing one day to knock on the back door of the house, and I was 6 years younger, so I would say, oh, there's somebody at the back door, I'll go and get to who it is. And then he'd run round to the front and ring the doorbell, and then he'd run round to the back and knock, and run round to the front and ring the doorbell, until I realised what was going on. And I picked up his skateboard and waited by the front door. So, on about the sixth time of him ringing the front doorbell, I opened the door and hit him in the face with the skateboard.
Oh, no!
And his nose burst. And the most amusing thing of all was that my mum, calm as anything, just walked past in the background and said, well, you know your friends are.
Yeah, hang on a minute. And that's the same mum that's taking your kids to the zoo?
Yeah, they're not my kids, they're my brother's kids.
In that case, Rachel, it's fine. Let her do what she wants. Rachel, I'm going to let you go because the line isn't brilliant, but that's a great call. Thank you very much indeed. Well, it begs the question... Ever been hit in the face with a skateboard? 03453 00 9956. very excited. We've got a pop legend coming on in about 35 minutes' time to be the judge of iPod Roulette. It's only Dennis Seaton from Musical Youth. I know. Seriously, when I was growing up, because, what year was Musical Youth? I'm going to say 82. I'm going to say 82. Have a little look, Marky Mark. Musical Youth. What year were they big? I'm going to say 82. Was it 82? Was that right? Thank you. Which would have put me at 9 years old. So they were kids, my age and a little bit older, having hits. They were on on top of the pops and stuff. And there's me going, whoa, if they can do it, anyone can do it. Turns out you had to have a little bit of talent, so not anybody could do it. But they were, honestly, they were like heroes to me. For a bit, let's not get carried away. It's not the Beatles or the Stones, let's not get carried away. It's Musical Youth. But for a kid in the early 80s, flipping it, there's kids on top of the pops, and they're all right. It's not, what was that girl? Was it Claire? Who sang It's Horrible Being in Love When You're 8.5? Was that Claire somebody? Not Claire Grogan, because she was Altered Images. I think. I'm confusing my early 80s a little bit. It was a long time ago, guys. Who sang It's Horrible Being in Love When You're 8.5? I got your picture on my wall, I got your name upon my scarf. Oh, it's horrible being in love when you're 8.5.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC 95.6.
Sure it was Claire somebody. 03453 009956. You'll know. Let's get the news, though. Here's Philip Chum.
A new test for Down syndrome, which can reduce the number of women who suffer miscarriages, could soon be available on the NHS. Currently, women have to undergo a procedure in which a needle is inserted into their womb. The new test would mean most of those women would instead have their fetus screened through blood analysis. One of those involved in the testing process at Great Ormond Street Hospital, Lucy Jenkins, said it was less risky and more accurate than using a needle.
The test's 99% sensitive. It does need confirmation. We need to be very clear about that. But I think if a lady gets a normal result, then it is incredibly reassuring. The sensitivity of the test they have at the moment is just 85%, so it's a huge improvement on what's available at the moment.
There have been power cuts across Birmingham this morning. It originally occurred at 9:55 and 40,000 customers were affected between Busselhorn and King's Standing. Western Power has confirmed there was a fault and they've now restored power to all but 623 houses. A murder investigation is underway after a post-mortem examination revealed the man was stabbed to death in West Bromwich. The body of the 65-year-old, who's not been formally identified, was found at an address in Cottage Walk just before 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Police say they know the man was alive on the 5th of May, but it's possible he may have been dead for up to 4 weeks. David Cameron will urge world leaders at the G7 summit this weekend to take up the challenge of tackling corruption in governments and organisations across the globe. He'll say that the world needs to show the same courage that exposed alleged bribery at FIFA to investigate wrongdoing elsewhere. The founder of the campaign group Corruption Watch, Andrew Feinstein, applauded the Prime Minister's intervention.
We have to have an idealistic approach and we have to have a zero-tolerance approach, even if we're not likely to get there, to make it as difficult as possible for corruption to take place.
A conservation charity has found that road verges are home to more than 700 species of wild plants, nearly half of Britain's native flora. It's urging councils to delay their mowing programmes. Helen Briggs reports.
According to Plant Life International, plants that used to grow in farmland and meadows have found refuge beside roads, providing nectar and pollen for bees and other insects. But it says around 1 in 10 of these wild plants is threatened with extinction, in part because many councils cut road verges too early, before flowers have had a chance to produce seed. The charity says that while road safety is the top priority, councils must do more to make roadsides wildlife friendly.
Well, they've been playing to some of the biggest gigs on the planet, like Glastonbury, but tonight just 250 people will watch Blur at an arts centre in Wolverhampton. Tickets for the show at Newhampton Arts Centre, which has lost its funding, sold out in just 2 seconds. It was organised by one of the band's crew members and will also raise cash for RML Music, which trains young musicians and supports and records many local bands. Taking a look at the weather now, fine and dry with plenty of sunshine and a fresh breeze, highs of 18 Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit. This evening, staying dry with clear skies, chilly in rural areas though, lows of 6 Celsius, 43 Fahrenheit. That's your news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 3 minutes past 11.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Morning, guys. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. That's the one. Good morning, Caroline. How delightful to see you on a Saturday of all days. She's on at midday. We're going to be playing iPod Roulette in about 25 minutes. Now, last week's winner was Dan. He comes back to defend his title. All you need is an iPod or MP3 player of any description. You set it to shuffle, 3 rounds. And yeah, I got accused last week of BBC left-wing bias. There was furore that Savoy Truffle by the Beatles got beaten by something else. I can't remember what. I got loads of really angry tweets. I say loads, I had one. But to counter that criticism... Sorry? Who's that? I think that's the ghost. To counter that criticism... we've got a genuine, bona fide pop star coming in. I say coming in, it'll be on the telephone. It's a bloke out of Musical Youth. Yeah, I know, it's exciting, isn't it? He's going to be the judge. So, if you want to take part, 03453 00 9956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Morning, guys. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Okay. Family catchphrases. It's a slow one. So there's a catchphrase in my family. It's only me that does it. And the catchphrases my boys use are just not broadcastable. Mucky pups. If I come to traffic lights and they're broken, and for some reason it excites me, I go, La Lâche, which is very bad French for the anarchy. Cat says, my family catchphrase, it's a rag, because we have 4 ragdoll cats. They mean nothing to anybody else outside of your house, but to you, they mean a lot. Your family catchphrases, deadly spiders, nosebleeds, and power cuts. Very, very weird show this morning, isn't it? Isn't it? Hey, speaking of cats, there's a really weird story. Right. Now, I say this. Where's the mirror? There it is. I say this because I've got a cat. She's quite old. She's 16, my Velvet. And I love that cat. She's been with me longer than my kids, longer than my wife. She's been with me through thick and indeed what could only be described as very, very thin. Now, she's 16, so she's old and she's getting old, and she can't quite climb up on the sofa as easily as she did. She struggles to get up on the bed. And I know she's not going to be around forever. And I was kind of thinking, well, maybe, this could be the year. But then hang on a second. You read this story. The world's oldest pet cat, Tiffany 2. What happened to Tiffany 1? Has died aged, get this, guys, 27 years, 2 months and 20 days. Flippin' heck! I might have another 10 years of my cat. Another 10 years. This is outrageous behaviour. 03453 00 9956 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you can. Marky Mark, we need one player today for iPod Roulette. How many have we got so far?
I will work on it.
What?
Can you hear me? I'm
yes, I can hear you.
I'm broken today.
I can hear you.
Can't hear a thing.
I can hear you. How many players have we got?
We might have 2.
Have we got 2? Have we got 2 players already?
We've got last week's.
Yes.
And possibly one for this week.
What do you mean possibly one for this week?
Well, you know what our callers are like.
Are you saying it's someone a bit flaky and you're hoping someone better calls in?
Possibly.
Okay. Oh dear. Flaky callers to this show? I won't hear a word of it. Not you guys. Not you guys. 03453 00 9956 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Is the power cut still going? Because it's completely screwed everything here. The internet don't work properly. The Wi-Fi is down. The BBC Wi-Fi is down. And when I put up Marky Mark's fader, he can't hear me. You still got a power cut going on out there? I do like a good power cut. Ah, dear me. So anyway, there's this maths exam, right? It's called a GCSE. Have you heard of it? Oh. I'm so pleased. I'm never going to have to sit another exam in my life. 41 years old. There's one of the joys of being old is I don't ever have to sit another exam. I've kind of got to write an essay. I've got to write an article for a magazine, right? And it turns out that I always thought that would be quite cool and super sexy being a writer. And so I'm writing this article for a music magazine. It's like writing an essay. I've got to write a 3,500-word essay, and I'm really struggling. And I started it last week, and I did all of the things that I used to do when I was doing my homework. I was tidying up, I was making coffee, I was feeding the cat, I was brushing the cat, I went out for a walk, posted some letters. All of these things. You maths be joking. That's not... Daily Mirror, that's not your best headline by any stretch. A tricky maths GCSE question has sparked an outcry from students claiming the exam was too hard. Complaints went viral on Twitter within 2 hours of the paper being completed. What? Frustrated pupils are insisting exam board lowers its grading boundaries. 5,000 people have signed a petition. The petition says, all past papers were similar in a way, and they are the resources that were used by students. A lot of people have done badly and would... What? A lot of people have done badly and would appreciate a retake of a new test or lower grade boundaries. What? It was too hard for you? Oh, isn't that a shame? Isn't it a shame? Hey, that's life. You know what? Life is hard. The probability teaser in Thursday's paper involved the exam paper involved a girl taking sweets from a bag. Pupil Emily Clark of Manchester said, "Me mum works for an accountancy company." Is that Manchester? It's close enough, isn't it? I wish I could do accents. My mum works for an accountancy company, and it took 4 accountants 2 hours to answer the questions. They got maths degrees. But the board insisted our exam papers are designed by an experienced team of expert teachers. We are grateful for the comments and will take these into account when marking and awarding qualifications. In other words, no. I'm going to do the question. I'm not saying the question, we're going to do the question. Oh, blimey. There are N sweets in a... This is going to be tough. You got a pen and paper at home, guys? Let's see if we can work this out. There are N sweets in a bag. 6 of the sweets are orange. The rest of the sweets are yellow. Okay. Show your workings out. Hannah takes a sweet from the bag. She eats the sweet. She would do. She'd be foolish not to. Hannah then takes, at random, another sweet from the bag. She eats that sweet. Hannah's hungry. Or it could be the child obesity problem rearing its ugly, bloated head. The probability that Hannah eats 2 orange sweets is 1 in a third. Oh. Show that n squared minus n minus 90, are you with me, equals 0. Guys?
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Lisanne's bright. She'll have the answer.
The only thing I can help is with the accents, not with the maths.
Was it a good Manchester accent? It wasn't bad, was it?
No, it wasn't bad at all. No, it was very, very good.
I'm from Manchester. My mum
From
works...
Manchester, Mon, absolutely.
My mum from... That's not Manchester, mate.
That is Manchester.
With the greatest of respect, Lisanne, that
it
is...
is. No, it is.
That's Yorkshire.
No, Yorkshire's totally different.
My mum works for an accountancy company, and it took... I'm from Manchester, and I'm mad for it. Let's just get the travel, shall we?
We'll just stick with what we do best. Yeah. If you're heading out at the moment, you'll find traffic across Birmingham's doing pretty well for us today. It is starting to look busy for the motorways, though, with the M6 slow between 10A and 8. That's the roadworks where it's always quite slow. Now up to about a 20-minute delay through there. The M54 also struggling if you're heading over towards Shropshire. You've got queues through the roadworks westbound 3 to 4. It's just the roadworks causing delays for you there. If you're heading out around Birmingham at the moment, we've had a power cut affecting some parts of the region, so do watch out for traffic lights not working, especially along the A34. You'll find the Scott Arms traffic lights are out of action, so take extra care if you're heading towards that junction. No problems on our train services, they're all running well, but if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Sunday Breakfast with Michelle Dawes.
Every Sunday breakfast, we bring you stories from a faith perspective.
The Good Church of England schools are confident about Jesus Christ, but absolutely respectful, welcoming to those who come from other faiths.
This week, there's a special interview with Adam Duritz, lead singer from Counting Crows.
Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone?
Then from 9, I'm back to take on The Voice.
Hunted with Richard Wilford.
Crack the 5 clues in 3 hours to find one person in the West Midlands.
We're the hunted.
Sunday breakfast from 7.
And Hunted from 9.
On BBC WM 95.6.
And they both sound great, but they don't ask the questions that matter. The question that matters is, show that n squared minus n minus 90 equals 0. I mean, how are you supposed to do that? But I think I'm falling on the side of these young people that had to sit in a GCSE exam and do that. I can't remember what my GCSE maths was like. I got a C, was predicted a B. It don't matter. Here's the thing, guys. Do you know what? It don't matter. It don't matter. I'll get in trouble for saying this. It don't really matter, though. I didn't do brilliantly in my GCSEs. I think I got a couple of Bs, a few Cs, and a D. A couple of Ds. A-levels, miserable. Miserable A-levels. I'm embarrassed. No, I'm not embarrassed to tell you. I did really badly. I failed my... what did I even study for A-level? Blimey, this is how little significance it's had on my life. I failed American history. American history? I didn't want to do American history. I wanted to do British and social history. And we turned up for the first day of British social history, and we said, we've got a new teacher. She specialises in American history, so that's what we're studying. Failed that. Got a D in English literature. Then went and did sociology and psychology. Failed sociology, got B in psychology, that's obvious. So I got a B and a D and 2 fails. Look at me. Look at me now, I'm living the dream. Huh? I'm in hog heaven. It don't get no better than this. So your exams don't matter. But n squared minus n minus 90 equals 0. Can somebody please explain that to me? 03453 00 9956. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know television recently has been moribund, depressing, and, well, let's be honest, dull. Who even watches TV anymore? I was saying this the other day, Britain's Got Talent. It's just opportunity knocks. It's just opportunity knocks. We've seen it all before. Oh, there was a different dog that was on the rope. You saw a dog walking on rope. Be happy with that. Be happy with that. Drones. If that's what floats your boat, you saw it happen. Doesn't matter, it's a different dog. It doesn't matter. You saw it happening. But it's just... that was the door, by the way, making that noise, just in case you're wondering. That wasn't. But we've seen all that before. Opportunity knocks. New faces with Marty Kane. The Fame Game with Tim Brooke-Taylor. Who remembers that? Well, TV is about to get a boot up the backside right where it belongs. Firstly, they're making Coronation Street young and sexy. How? By getting Shane Ward on it. Who? Who? The name rings a bell. Corrie's new hunk, Shane Ward. Who? Has vowed to revive the soap with fellow pop star Sarah Harding. Sarah Harding chatted me up one night. Didn't realise until I got home. I thought, I think she was chatting me up. Oh, never mind. They each signed up recently to help woo a younger audience. Words that only the media use. Woo. Shane, who won the X Factor in 2005? No one's going to remember that. That was N years ago. Oh. Said, shows need refreshing. It's all about new characters. The Manchester lad who starts filming next week as somebody in something. Oh dear. So Coronation Street is being revamped. And then they're bringing back one of why are they? We talked yesterday about how the Disney are going to remake Sister Act, okay, and just proving that Hollywood, television, and radio, we're all devoid of new ideas. There are no new ideas, okay. We're all eating our own tail in an attempt to create stuff, right? They're bringing back Love Island. Do you remember Love Island? They're bringing back Love Island. I got no... Because Love Island, first time around, was rubbish, wasn't it? There was two versions, I remember. There was a civilian version where it was hot men and hot women, both of those in italics and inverted commas, put on an island and they were supposed to fall in love. Did they? I wonder how many people got married off the back of that show. And then they did a celebrity version with Paul Danan, and I like Paul Danan. He's such a nice lad. I've met Paul several times. And he called me the other day, and I'm terrible at calling people back. He's such a sweet lad. He's troubled goods, Paul Danan. But Paul Danan, Callum Best and some women, and they were put on the island. Did anyone fall in love? Nah. So they're bringing it back. Of all things. They're bringing it back. The Love Island villa has already seen its first romp before the show even starts. The ITV2 series, resurrected after 10 years, begins tomorrow night when 12 good-looking singletons enter the compound in Mallorca. So basically, they've put 12 young single people in there. I bet it comes out that somebody's not single. They've put 12 young single people in there, and they're encouraging them, Phil, to have it away. Will you be watching Love Island on ITV2, Phil?
Hello?
Hello, Phil?
Hello, speaking to you.
Yes, hello, Phil.
Hello, mate.
Hello?
Will you be watching Love Island on ITV2?
No.
Will you be watching Shane Ward in Coronation Street?
Not unless I'm forced to.
No, it looks like the ITV plan has failed. Listen, I'm teasing you slightly because I know, sir, that you are an intellectual. And you've got the answer. Let me do this maths question again. You know the answer, do you?
Yeah, it's a quadratic equation, so you can work it out from that, if that means anything.
OK, so hang on. There are N sweets in a bag. 6 of the sweets are orange. The rest of the sweets are yellow.
Yep.
Hannah takes a sweet from the bag. She eats it really quickly.
Yep.
Hannah then takes at random another sweet from the bag. She eats that as well. I don't think she's being fed well enough at home. The probability that Hannah eats 2 orange sweets is 1 in 3. Show that n squared minus n minus 90 equals 0. What? I don't even know what that means.
It's reduced down to something called a quadratic equation.
Yeah.
So n can equal either 10 or minus 9. The wording on the paper was slightly awkward because it asked you to prove it, and then the way you have to prove it is even more complicated.
Right.
It's something called solving the square.
Oh, flipping
it's certainly that's when I did it, which is a long time ago, like 40 years ago. That was at pure maths A level, so it's quite a hard problem.
So, so it's a toughie. So 15-year-olds, I know, GCSE, 14, 15-year-olds, it might be a little bit beyond them.
It's a bit of a tough one, yeah.
What's the answer?
It's n can be either 10 or minus 9.
It can be either of those?
Yeah.
Well, it would have to be 10, wouldn't it? Because, it would have to be 10 because of the way the question's phrased.
Yeah, so in the real world, it's going to be 10.
Because there couldn't be -9 sweets in a bag, although the way Hannah's going, there will be pretty sharpish. These young people, and you've got the answer right, of course. So have you ever had to use that in real life?
No, never. The last time I used it was when I did my A-levels, and that was it.
And this is the thing, isn't it, right? Because, we should all have a kind of knowledge of basic maths and stuff, but most of this stuff, and I know it's a bit of a cliched argument, most of the stuff that we learnt in maths, you're never going to use.
Not in everyday life, no.
Unless you go off into... oh, hang on a second. Put Connor straight through. I think we're about to speak, Phil, to somebody who... Connor?
Hello?
Did you just sit your maths GCSE?
Yeah.
Did you have that question come up?
Yeah, but I didn't know how to do it.
Oh, man! So when you saw... how was the rest of the exam, Connor?
It was all right.
Yeah, so that question... So you turn the page, you've done page 1 and page 2, and you're thinking, yeah, do you know what? I'm all right, actually. I'm a little bit ahead. You can see your mates, they're still on page 2. You're a bit ahead of the game. You turn to page 3, and then a question about Hannah, greedy Hannah, comes up. Did your heart just drop?
It was like question 19, so it would have been like page 20 or something.
Oh, flipping heck. Flipping heck. And did you get it right?
I did a bit of it, but I think I only did the start.
Well, hang on, what do you mean? Hang on, what do you mean you only did the start?
Well, I think there was more to do, but I sort of got.
Did you, Connor? Did you write down the number 10 as the answer to that question?
That wasn't the answer because that would be the answer if you were solving it. But it asks you to show that n squared minus n minus 90 equals 0.
Oh.
You have to prove the equation, which is where it gets really difficult.
Yeah.
So, oh, blimey. Oh, God. I'm so glad I'm old, Connor. Don't worry, it gets easier. So did you write down the number 10 anywhere?
No.
Right, OK. Did you just look at it and think, "Cool, blimey, governor, I'm having none of that," and scarper on to the next question?
No, I wrote that 6 over n times 5 over n equals 1/3.
Oh, blimey. You're listening to the Iain Lee Show on BBC WM 95.6. Don't worry, we're going to have two idiots shuffling through their iPod in a couple of minutes, so don't panic. Is that right, Phil?
I think that's working towards a solution, yeah.
Right, blimey, O'Reilly. Connor, what do you want to be when you get old, like me and Phil?
Well, you're not old, you're only 40.
So, may God bless you, I'm 42 in a couple of days. What do you want to be, Connor?
I don't know yet.
Do you support... Let's start with you, Connor, then you, Phil. There's a petition, people want... young people want this the exam downgraded a bit. What do you reckon, Connor? I bet you'd be up for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, not particularly because of the question, just because I want to make sure that I got the grade that I wanted.
Phil, should they downgrade it a little bit? Give them a little bit of leeway?
I mean, I don't think... I did A-levels back in, the 70s.
That's when they counted.
Yeah, I got... I'm going to sound really big-headed now. I got 6 of them.
Phil, what do you do? Are you like a scientist or a boffin or something?
Yeah.
Really? Am I allowed to ask what you do, or is it top secret?
Yeah.
Oh, wow! Do you work for the government?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome! Final question, Phil.
Yep.
Are you a spy?
No.
Phil, I tell you what you are. You're a good sport.
Then if I was, I couldn't tell you what I was.
Oh, double bluff. I see. Phil, you're a good sport. I really appreciate your call this morning. Thank you, mate.
Take care.
Thank you, Phil. Hey, Connor, that was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We just spoke to somebody. I love it when people can't tell you what their job is because it's top secret. How cool is that?
Yeah, and the best thing is when you ask them and they won't give you an answer, yes or no.
Oh, man. Connor, listen, it's good to talk to you. Fingers crossed you did well in your exam. iPod roulette coming up in a few minutes.
A special request on the popular demand. To Hollywood boys, in on it does. Oh, 7. Oh, 7. An Ocean 11. And rude boy I go weird. 'Cause them out of jail. Rude boy
Yeah, that's right, guys. This show has gone intellectual. Don't worry, I'll bring it back down to stupidity in a minute. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Caroline Martin's on at midday, guys. At midday of all the times in the day. We're going to play iPod Roulette in a bit. We're just getting up last week's winner and this week's competitor. We'll explain it all in a second. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the show, it's only Dennis Seaton from Musical Youth. Morning, Dennis.
Morning, Ian. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine, mate. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm good, thanks.
I bet you wasn't expecting it to be that song that we played.
No.
I love that song, and that was kind of towards the end of the first burst of Musical Youth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the second album. That was recorded in Los Angeles.
Hey, I didn't know you recorded it in America, of all places.
Yeah.
It must have been... Listen, because Musical Youth were big, what, 82, 83?
80, yeah.
So I was like, how old were you when that was all kicking off?
15, 16.
I was like 9 and 10, right? And it was... I was saying this earlier on. It was genuinely exciting to see young people, like proper young people, on Top of the Pops and on Blue Pete, performing and stuff. And as kids would be going, flipping it, they're not much older than me.
True.
It must have been a crazy time, man. Did you have fun?
Lots of fun. I'm still having fun.
Well, you're still doing it, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're just finishing up the new album. We're just finishing it. You're just finishing it?
Yeah. And you're still billed as Musical Youth?
We are, yes.
Well, I know. The thing is, I can't talk. I went and saw the Beach Boys last week. They're in their 70s, so I think you've still got a few more years of using that name, Dennis.
Exactly.
What was it like as a 15-year-old? And you, for those who don't know, you were massive. You had that perfect pop career. You had a massive burst, and then it kind of disappeared a bit. When you were big, what was that like, man?
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Flying around the world first class, spending weekends in the Caribbean, Hollywood, coming home, going to school. The normal things,
Did you were you still going? I suppose you were. You didn't have like private tutors or anything?
Only on small occasions, but most of the time we just headed back to school.
That is nuts. So you would go to Hollywood, record a song, hang out with some celebrities, and then Monday morning you come back and you'd be back at school?
Yeah.
Did you? Listen, I know you're a big lad, so you can look after yourself. But did you not get? Did you get bullied? Did they look up to you? How was that?
No, everybody was fine with us. It was school that gave us the grounding. We just kept us calm.
But Dennis, you're going to be judge of iPod Roulette in a minute. I'm going to explain the rules. It's very, very simple. But if people want to find out more about what you're up to now and Musical Youth, where do they go? Have you got a website or something?
Yeah, they can go to Facebook. There's Musical Youth on Facebook, and there's Musical Youth 30.
Okay.
Twitter account.
And you're still playing gigs, and you say you're working it.
I am. Yeah, I'm playing tonight myself.
Whereabouts?
In Droitwich Spa.
All right.
There's a festival down there. I'm on my own, so.
And you're enjoying it? You're having a good time?
Yeah, and then the band's doing Victoria Park on the 26th of July.
What kind of I could talk to you all morning because I find the career of pop stars fascinating. The glow, the kind of the when it dims a little bit, and then when the actual, because now this is your career now, isn't it?
Kind of part of my career. I have other things that I do, but yeah, music is the mainstay of everything for me.
Dennis, listen, it's a pleasure to talk to you. You very kindly said you're going to judge iPod Roulette. We've got Daniel on the line, who was last week's winner. Morning, Daniel.
Hi, Ian, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How has your life changed since winning the very first BBC WM 95.6 iPod Roulette?
It's just been incredible.
What's happened to you this week, mate?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I had people coming up to me in the street. It's been amazing. I had some paparazzi outside the front door and all sorts.
Yeah, well, it will change your life forever. It could that will be snatched away from you, Daniel, if you don't win today.
I know. I'm just worried. I've got so many album tracks on the iPod that I've been practicing in the week, and it just keeps turning up Duff album track after Duff album track.
The thing about iPod Roulette, Daniel, you can't practice. You can't practice.
I know. Can I say hello to Dennis?
Yeah, of course you can.
Dennis, come back with that apple pie.
Okay, Daniel.
I just said to my son, I'm going to say that, and my son said, I think he'll have heard that before.
Just a few times.
I bet nobody's ever said that. That's like going up to the bloke who plays Victor Meldrew and going, I don't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it. I had to do it.
Daniel, just bear in mind, he's judging it this week.
I know.
This week's challenger is Patrick. Good morning, Patrick.
Ian, good morning.
Good morning, Patrick. Oh, very, very calm and very collected, Patrick. I like your vibe.
No, absolutely. I'm very, very nervous indeed.
Is it that you're nervous because of me, because of Dennis, because of the whole the pressure of this competition?
Well, there's only been one winner of this so far, and I'm against him. So
Daniel's 100% record so far, mate.
Yeah,
I know.
Patrick, I have to. We know that Daniel's using an iPod. Can I ask, Patrick, what MP3 player have you chosen today?
I have an iPhone.
You have an iPhone. May I ask, how many tracks do you have on that iPhone?
Now, this is where I'm getting really, really nervous.
Oh.
I've got 270.
Well, do you know what? It could work in. If they're all gold, then it could work in your favour.
I know. Well, this is my gamble. This is why I thought I've got to ring you and see.
Let's see. Okay, listen, let me explain the rules. I don't know if it's been explained to you, Dennis, but these are rules very simple. There are 3 rounds. As the challenger, Patrick will go first. He sets his MP3 player to shuffle. He tells us the name of the song and the artist that comes up. Daniel then has to go against that. Dennis, you decide which is the best song.
Okay.
Okay, there is one. Each player has one pass. If a real stinker comes up, you can gamble and you can pass and play again and spin again, but you only get one of those, okay?
Right, yeah.
Daniel, are you ready?
Yeah.
Patrick?
I'm terrified now he's only got 200 songs, because...
It could be a ringer.
Oh, man.
Patrick, are you ready?
Ian?
Yes?
I shall ever
I don't want to put the guys under any pressure, but I have a musicology. I have an ology in music, so...
You've got an ology?
I have indeed.
Guys, this guy's not only a pop legend, he's a flipping boffin as well.
And he knows what he's doing.
He knows, unlike me, he knows what he's doing. Right, Patrick, set your MP3 player to shuffle. Let's see what the first track is that comes up.
Oh, God, OK, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, OK, yeah, I think I'm in.
What have you got?
Waterfall, Stone Roses.
Ooh. Dennis, are you a fan of the Stone Roses?
No, 1 or 2 of the tracks, yes.
OK, Waterfall by the Stone Roses. All right, Daniel.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. Spin the wheel.
Right, I've got Live to Tell by Madonna.
Live to Tell by Madonna versus the Stone Roses Waterfall. Listen, if I were the judge, I know what the winner would be. It's not up to me this week. Left wing BBC bias. It's over to Dennis Seaton, pop star and musicologist. Dennis.
I'm afraid it's Stone Roses.
Oh! It's the Stone Roses. It's 1-0. Silly. I get paid for this. It's 1-0 to Daniel. Well done, Dennis. Were you around about the same time as Madonna?
Yeah, around the same time.
Did you ever get to meet her?
Or just after us? No.
No. Okay. Right, no, Daniel.
Yeah.
Your turn to spin. It's round 2.
1-0 to Patrick, by the way, not to me.
No, I'm so sorry. The honesty there. Well done. You're absolutely right, Patrick. It's 1-0 to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
It's the excitement has got me. I've got stage fright. Daniel.
Okay, so
you've both got your passes. Spin the wheel.
I'm shaking.
I'm glad you said shaking. Yes.
Right. I don't know if you're gonna. Right. It's a good track. It's Dandelion by the Rolling Stones.
Flippin' heck.
What? That's giving him a clue.
No, I'm not giving him a clue. Dennis is impartial. He's impartial. I'm just saying.
Classic track, man.
I'm not a fan of the Rolling Stones. Okay.
I've got every single Rolling Stone recording on this iPod.
Go on, Dennis.
I'm not a fan of the Rolling Stones, but you've got to appreciate.
Yep.
It's standing in the rock royalty.
He's good, man. Dennis is good. All right. So he's got the Rolling Stones. Patrick, it's your turn. Spin the wheel.
Just did it while we were talking. Can I like a pass, please?
Tell us what you've got. Tell us what you're passing on.
It's an album track called Moving with no G by Gregory Porter.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dennis. He said he's going to pass, so he's going to pass. Dennis, do you like Gregory Porter?
Gregory Porter is very, very good.
Would, and he can't play it now. He said he's going to pass. Would Gregory Porter have beaten the Rolling Stones?
Yes.
Patrick, you said you were going to pass, mate. So you've got to pass.
No, I'll bow to better knowledge. He's got knowledge.
He's got knowledge. Go on. So what you got to spin again, Patrick? What you got?
Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't know. It's the Sanford Townsend Band and Smoke from a Distant Fire.
Is who?
The Sanford Townsend Band and Smoke from a Distant Fire.
Dennis, the call is yours, mate.
Don't know that one. I'm going to have to go with the Stones.
He's gone with the Rolling Stones. It's 1-1. Daniel, Patrick, stay there. Patrick, you shouldn't have played your pass, and you did. This is proper exciting, isn't it? It's 1-1. Daniel, the reigning champion of iPod Roulette, has got one, and he's still got a pass. Patrick has got one. He's used his pass. There's one round to go. Dennis, Daniel, Patrick, back after this.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news. Here's Lisanne.
Thanks, Ian. Good news on the power cut that was affecting traffic lights around the region. It has been rectified. Power's back on. Traffic lights are working again. City centre-wise, starting to look busy now as we head in towards lunchtime. So main junctions are looking quite heavy for traffic. But it's the usual routine stop-start traffic as you find on city roads. If you're making your way to the motorways, though, it's still very heavy. For the southbound M6 through the roadworks, 10A to 8. That's the M54 to the M5. You're out 20-minute delay through there. The M54 itself is queuing westbound 3 through to 4. That's all Brighton to Shifnal. The roadworks causing some slow-moving traffic for you there as well as we head through towards lunchtime. Now, if you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Saturdays with Iain Lee
on BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
This is tense. This is tense. This is Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Here until 12, then Caroline takes over. We're playing iPod Roulette. Daniel, last week's winner, has got 1 point. Patrick, this week's challenger, has got 1 point. He's used his pass. How are you feeling, chaps? Let's start with you, Daniel. How are you feeling?
I'm still shaking.
This is tense, isn't it?
Mega scary game to play.
Yes. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm not feeling much better, to be fair.
Dennis Seaton, from Musical Youth and a musicologist, we've discovered. He's the judge today. Dennis, how are you feeling, mate?
I'm good.
Yeah, whatever. What time does this finish? I want to get me lunch. Right. Daniel, I'm confused now. Patrick, it's your turn. This is the last round. This is the deciding round. You have no pass, Patrick. Spin, spin, spin the wheel.
Oh, bugger.
No, don't swear if you can avoid it, please. Thank you. Apologies. It's a tense. You know what it's like. It's tense.
Here we
go.
Here we are. It's Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah.
Oh, sir. I think he may just have played his trump card. Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah, you say?
Yes.
Oh, Dennis, I'm feeling a vibe from you, mate. That's a pretty special song. Daniel.
Right, okay.
You've got a pass, don't forget.
I know. Right, here we go.
Yep. It's got to be good.
I don't know whether to keep this or pass. And it's not really a BBC song. No One Is Innocent by the Sex Pistols with Ronnie Biggs singing.
Well, I'm just reading Johnny Lydon's autobiography. So okay, just give us that title again, Daniel.
It's No One Is Innocent.
Yeah.
It's got some pretty awful lyrics. But,
well, we're not going to play it, thank God.
No.
Well, it's your choice, Daniel. With no clues from Dennis.
I don't know whether to spin again. So would Dennis go for Ronnie Biggs lead singing with the with the Sex Pistols?
Daniel, it's your call, mate.
Oh gosh,
it's your call.
I'm going to stick.
You're sticking with the Sex Pistols. So
yeah.
We have the Sex Pistols versus Jeff Buckley. Hallelujah versus them singing some song I've never heard of. Dennis, it's your call, mate. There's no pressure, but this is the deciding round.
Well, you've got to go with the classic, haven't you? It's got to be Hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hallelujah. It's Hallelujah. Patrick, you've won, sir. How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I sort of feel like humble but victorious at the same time.
Patrick, keep thinking, because you get to do something I never ever do in all my 15 years of working in radio. I never play requests. I'm going to play a song for you. Pick something that, BBC friendly. Daniel, you've had a week of glory and now you're just an ordinary bloke again.
Oh, man, never mind. I've just flicked forward to see what it would have been if I'd have passed, and it would have been Oh L'Amour by Erasure.
Dennis, would Oh L'Amour by Erasure have beaten Jeff Buckley?
No.
It was never going to do it.
I couldn't have won anyway.
Daniel, listen, you've been a good sport, mate. Call in again.
Cheers,
Daniel, thank you.
Have a good one, Patrick. Cheers, thanks,
Bye-bye, mate.
Cheers, Dan.
Patrick, listen.
Thank you, Dennis.
Patrick, keep an eye. Let me know what your song's going to be in a second. Dennis Seaton, just remind us again of if people want to follow you on Twitter.
It's Musical Youth 30.
Right, listen.
At Musical Youth 30.
And you've got a couple of dates coming up, so people should have a little Google and find out where you're playing.
Yeah, just have a look on Facebook.
Dennis, it's so nice to meet you, mate, and you've been such a good sport.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you very much indeed. What a nice bloke he was, Dennis Seaton. Patrick.
Ian.
Player. You're a player.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you're a legend. You're a player. You get to choose the song that we play now. I'm getting my computer out, and I do this legitimately. I click on the binoculars, bizarrely, to bring up the thing that lets me search for a song. I go to search. What is it you'd like, sir?
Blinded by the Sun, the Seahorses.
Oh, okay, hang on a minute. We'll find that. That's an unusual little choice. Hang on a second. Let's have a little look. Seahorses. Hang on a minute. It's not on my computer, Marky Mark. Yeah, Marky is getting it. Is there anybody you'd like to thank, Patrick?
Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. And thanks for Dennis.
Patrick, listen, we'll speak to you next week. You're the reigning champ. Enjoy the glory. Don't let it go to your head, mate. We'll speak to you next week at 11:30. Thank you, Patrick. You're a good sport. Daniel, like all stars, they burst into glory and they fade, and they don't last for very long. And Dennis Seaton from Musical Youth, I've got to say, what an all-round nice guy and a top bloke. We'll be playing that next week. We'll try and find another person from the world of popular music to be a judge. If you know any pop stars, by the way, could you let us know? Because I don't know any. I don't have any pop star contacts or nothing. You can send me an email, ian.lee@bbc.co.uk. Well, this is the track that you chose, Patrick. Enjoy. That's quite good, that, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me. I've got the Charlatans' greatest hits on CD in my car. Thank you.
This is The Who. Won't get fooled again.
Sorry? Paul's on the line. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Ian. How the devil are you, man?
I'm alive, mate, and that's, you know what, that's good enough for me at the moment. What have you got for us?
Mate, go to page 23 of the Daily Star today in Text Maniacs.
Oh, you're not Pub Lunch, are you?
Yeah, man, Pub Lunch, yeah.
Well, every week, Pub Lunch texts us in and says, oh, could you have a look, see if my text is in the Star today? You texted in today and I couldn't be bothered.
Well, yeah, just check it now, because it's quite funny.
Oh, flipping it. Why
page 23.
Why do you keep texting the Star?
I'm a loser, mate, basically, do you know what I mean?
You're not one of those sad people, because you always get people that text in and say, cool, I've not seen Kim Kardashian's bum for a week. Could you put a picture of it up?
You don't need the Daily Star for that, Ian, mate.
Well,
you just go, yeah.
Well, someone's texted, can you show a picture of Ellie Goulding wearing very little, please? Flip it.
I'm not a big fan of her. I know, yeah, you could have gone a bit more up a market than Ellie Goulding.
Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Pub Lunch?
Bottom right next to the picture.
Okay. Oh, here we go. You idiot. Here we go.
Funny, though,
The funniest fella on planet is Iain Lee from Pub Lunch. But Paul, I don't want to be associated with someone who misses out the word "the" in a sentence.
I did text the. It's a Daily Star.
No, don't blame the Daily Star for your inadequacies.
Listen, mate, my spelling's perfect, mate. I've got a D in English GCSE, a C in English literature, so it's all good, mate.
Paul,
all right.
thank you very much, mate. Have a nice weekend.
All right, respect, man. See you later.
Respect, man. Ta-ta. Every week he sends a text in, because he's obsessed with texting. He texts about his texts. Well, that's very kind of you to put that nonsense on there. Thank you very much. Well, I kind of feel... I mean, we didn't got time to play this, which is perhaps, a blessing. Thank you very much, everyone who took part in the show. You can say my computer is since the power cut. Everything here at BBC WM has been a little bit. I think I can say wonky. On the, it's been wonky. So I will no doubt at some point this week get a flurry of emails from people furious at me or praising me or whatever it is you choose to do. I look forward to receiving those, but I've not had them during the show. So there you go. But if you do want to email me. It's ian.lee@bbc.co.uk. I didn't get... While I've got the Star in my hand, I didn't get to mention this. There's a thing about Gary Lineker in the newspapers, and I don't know... What's he saying? He wants another football player to do something. I don't know. I don't really know. But the thing I've noticed about Gary... And in that picture, he's clean-shaven. Gary Lineker's... Have you seen his beard? Have you seen his beard? It's like a ghost beard. It's really... It's really kind of faint and odd. And I just remember what the whole show was going to be. People who have beards that don't suit them and people who need beards. Because I don't know if you've ever seen Noel Edmonds without a beard. He shaved his beard off about 5 years ago for charity. He needs a beard. I don't want to terrify you. This is not safe for work, NSFW. But Google, when you can, when the kids aren't around, Noel Edmonds without a beard. Have you seen it? Do it now, Marky Mark. It's the weirdest thing. He's got such an odd shaped face. It's so strange. Google Noel Edmonds without a beard. Isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? That's the reaction. There are some people that just... Anyway, I've not got time to talk about Gary Lineker's beard. I can only... I could only apologise for that. Listen, thank you to Dennis Seaton for taking part and, let's be honest, being an all-round good egg. Thank you to everybody who gave us a call this morning, particularly when we were asking, how's your mum? Back on Friday, 2 till 4. Marky Mark, thank you very much.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio.
And online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Caroline is up next. Before that, though, let's get the news. Here's Philip Churm.
A safer test for Down syndrome that reduces the risk of miscarriage could soon be available on the NHS. It's hoped the test will reduce the need for amniocentesis, during which a needle is inserted into the womb, by 80%. Lucy Jenkins is from Great Ormond Street, where the test was developed.
We know that there's a small amount of the baby's DNA actually circulating in the mother's bloodstream.
So by taking just the blood sample from the mother, we can detect the baby's DNA, and what we're actually looking for is a slightly increased amount of chromosome 21, and it's an extra chromosome 21 that causes Down syndrome.
Around 40,000 homes in Birmingham were affected by power cuts for around an hour this morning. Western Power says the power failure occurred just before 10 o'clock and mainly affected the King's Standing area. Engineers have been working to fix the problem, and power's now been restored for all but a few hundred customers. Extra layers of safety measures are being added to existing rides at Alton Towers in Staffordshire, according to bosses there. It's after a crash on the Smiler ride on Tuesday, which left 16 people injured. The site's shut for a fourth day today and will remain closed tomorrow due to the ongoing investigation by the Health and Safety Executive. Nick Varney, the chief executive of Alton Towers owners, Merlin Entertainment, says the extra safety is just a precaution.
What we're trying to do in the meantime is make sure that we've taken every conceivable step, including adding new layers on top of really robust existing layers to just make sure that we can guarantee that ride safety to people.
A 24-year-old man's being questioned by police after a woman died during a disturbance at an address in Marston Green yesterday afternoon. Police were called to a property just after 1:20, and officers found a woman seriously hurt on the floor and a man who was also injured. The woman in her late 60s and a 38-year-old man were taken to hospital, but the woman died. Andy Murray is about to resume his French Open semi-final match against the world number one Novak Djokovic after play was suspended last night. Murray trails by 2-1 with the fourth set tied at 3 games all. Murray's former coach